Running a successful business has a lot to do with tracking and understanding numbers. Now, it can be very uncomfortable to look at the numbers. Many business owners avoid them altogether. Sometimes we're afraid of what the numbers might tell us. Sometimes we simply aren't sure what numbers to track in the first place. And other times we're just so busy in the day to day of running our businesses that we don't actually have the time to just sit down and look at it. Now, in this episode, I'm going to share the most important numbers you need to know in order to get more clients in your business. I like to call this the math to more clients. Now, it's simple math for those of you who don't like maths to increase the sales in your business. Now, before we crunch the numbers, we need to know how many clients we would like to create in your business, ideally within a specific time frame, say the next 90 days or the next 6 months. If you're doing this exercise as part of your strategic planning, you're welcome to use the next 12 months as well. Now, you may have a very clear growth number in mind. If you do, great. If you don't, I like looking at the previous period's revenue number and then increasing that by 25%. Now, you get to decide what is a reasonable growth percentage for you and your business, but it is important to make your target a number that feels achievable, because if it doesn't, it might actually stop you from taking the kind of action needed to achieve it. Now, the second factor we need clarity on is how many clients, units of products or services we would need to sell in order to hit that revenue number. If you sell multiple products or services, I suggest doing an evaluation on them first and distinguishing between the services and products that brought in the most revenue and that are also the most profitable from those that sold the least and are the least profitable. It's always a good idea to check the trend of revenue and profitability of a product or service over time. If you have the data, of course. If you don't, now is a great time to get started. So, you know what your revenue goal is, you know by when you want to hit that goal, and you know how much of what you sell you need to sell in order to make that happen. The second step is to get clear on your conversion rate. Now, your conversion rate is the percentage of people who took you up on your offer or bought your services or products out of the number of potential people who could have bought it, right? So let's use an example. Let's say you have 1,000 people that visited your website and 50 of them made a purchase. Your conversion rate would then be 5%. That's 50 divided by 1,000 times 100. If you had 10 consults or sent out 10 proposals and 3 people said yes, they took you up on your offer, they signed up as a client, then your conversion rate is 30%. That is 3 divided by 10 times 100. Knowing what your conversion rate is gives you insight into a few key areas inside of your business. Firstly, it tells you how effective your marketing efforts are and where you need to make adjustments. It will also show you the opportunities available for you to make improvements. Secondly, knowing your conversion rate will help you to make informed decisions, like where to allocate your marketing budget to get the higher returns on that investment. Thirdly, if your conversion rate is low, focusing on improving your conversion rate will increase your revenue without the need for increasing your leads. A small improvement in your conversion rate can have a big impact on your bottom line. Exactly how to improve will depend on your sales vehicle, of course, but as an example, if you are a service provider and you sell via consultations or sales calls, working on, for example, how well you listen and explain your potential customers' problems to them can make a huge difference in the number of yeses you get on the call. Now, remember, the numbers inside your business are important. If you aren't measuring them, you cannot improve them, right? We can spend a lot of time in the drama of I don't have enough clients, or I need more clients, or my income isn't where it needs to be, or we're going through a tough time. And we often get into the drama without having the real facts at hand. The drama isn't helpful. Knowing your numbers are. Knowing your numbers will take you out of the drama. It will show you the way. Take a moment today to do the math to more clients in your business. What are your numbers? What do they need to be? And what is your plan for getting there? Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I hope you have an amazing day. I will chat to you again next week.